Okay, guys, my voice is a little bit raspy. Been battling a cold this time of year. That what goes on with coaches, but really excited about playing Colorado State. Big ball game. Battle for the bronze boot, and means a lot to our players, our university, and a lot of people in our state. It's a great rivalry, so we're really excited about that. A couple comments concerning last week's game. I thought our guys played hard, but we certainly can execute and play smarter. Now that comes down to some coaching with us, making sure that they understand what they're doing. But a couple things that were uncharacteristic. Defensively, we gave up way too many explosive plays. Some of that was some busted coverages and some long plays, and we had not done that. I thought we played really well in the red zone, which we continue to do, but too many long plays there defensively. Offensively, we missed out on some opportunities early in the ball game, which I think could have had an impact in the game. We went down, got 4th and 1 play, and did not convert or score a touchdown, and then we had the ball deep in their red zone again, and we came up with a turnover, or we turned the ball over. And so I thought that had an impact. And then what was uncharacteristic, we'd been really good as far as protecting the football, and we had 4. And so we were able to score on defense. I thought a kicking game might have been a little bit in our favor. Utah State's a good team. That's a game that has conference implications. We did not get that done. So, our opportunity to win the conference, I don't even know if it's mathematically important, but we've had this mantra of going 1-0. And so now we're on to Colorado State. And, I want to credit Coach Bobo and their staff. I think we've watched, I watched Colorado State from afar simply because not only a conference opponent, but they're our main rival. And watch them as the season progressed. I think they've gone through a lot of adversity. I know they lost their quarterback, and O'Brien's playing well. They've got some big players back there. Jackson, I think, is maybe the most dynamic receiver in the conference, a big, strong guy. And then McElroy's a guy that we've known about in Denver, running the ball well. They've improved on defense, and they've got a great punter with Stonehouse. So the makings of a great game are there. We're on a short week. Our players came back. We did some work yesterday on Sunday. Typically we give Sunday off, but we were working yesterday, and we'll just accelerate our practice schedule as we go. A couple injuries, updates as we go. I know that's always important for us. Jackson Marcotte, we don't have the final MRI, but his knee's pretty loose. I'm being real transparent. It's pretty loose, and we'll wait. They're trying to get him in, and we'll see what the final analysis is. But he's so far. It's not like we need to get a decision right now because he's not functional. And Teagan, the defensive end, I think he's got some knee issues as well. I don't know if it's an ACL or an MCL, but something there. But those two guys will not be in position to play. A couple changes on the depth chart. We're excited about having Alonzo Velasquez back, and then Zach Watts will be back, and Latrell Bible. A lot of those guys played some in the game and did some good things. So we're starting to fortify our offensive line. This time of year, you're never going to be 100% healthy. I know Colorado State is not either, but the team that's got, the best focus and resolve and come up with a good game plan and execute is usually going to win. Two evenly matched teams, and we're certainly excited about that. So at this time, questions that are out there, and I promise I'm going to be nice.
You mentioned characteristic turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler didn't have his best game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any chance that we see Levi fail?
Well, we're looking at all our options, and that's some things that we do. It's a legitimate question, and I'm going to not give you a straight answer. Okay? Yes, Davis.
When you have this much, passion and emotion in this game for both sides, how do you balance with your players playing with that, but
Mm-hmm.
not going over that, post-play penalties, stuff like that?
Right. You've been involved with these type of games in the past, and our guys are excited about it, particularly the Colorado guys and the Wyoming guys. And so what we really focus on is playing with that passion, but they've got to execute and do your assignments, and that's going to come about how we build things in practice. Other questions? Yes.
Maybe the last home game for
Mm-hmm.
the seniors. A lot of these guys committed. I think when you guys were 2-10,
Yep.
they called on late and seen 4 straight years of
Mhm.
eligibility. what does the senior class mean to you, and what do you think they mean to this program?
Well, they've laid a great foundation, and a couple classes before them did some special things. But this group, you know, they came here when nobody would give us a plug nickel. I mean, we're in a stretch where I don't even know if we'd won a game, and these guys believed in where we're going, and you know, they've really been special, and you know, they play together, and it's always special for me as a head coach when they get introduced one at a time. It's the only time we introduce them one at a time. It's kind of a special day. Not kind of, it is. It'll be a special night. However, going back to Davis's point, once all that goes, all that emotion, you got to get out there and play. And I always say it doesn't do any good to be intense if you don't know what you're intense about. Yes, Tracy.
For the size of that wide receiver, Colorado State, what kind of problems does that cause for your defensive back?
Well, and that's a big challenge. You know, we'll look at doing some things to double on him. We'll certainly be out there in single coverage sometimes, but he's 6'6" and goes up and gets the football. He's a great target, and you know, we've got to make sure that we're in good position. Tracy, you know, we got called for a couple pass interferences last week, and some of that, you know, we got to be in better position. The calls are what they are, but he's a big-time receiver, and we've got to be able to neutralize him. Yes.
You mentioned a few weeks ago that Titus might be back.
Mm-hmm.
How's that looking?
I would say that would be doubtful right now. He was running yesterday, but it wasn't like the reports I've got saying, okay, he's set, ready to go. You know, maybe unlike an offensive lineman that are going to go on a short explosion for about 3 or 4 yards. I mean, he's a running back, and so I don't think he's there. But, you know, I don't want to mislead you, and then all of a sudden he runs out there and plays in the game. So could be playable. Yes.
You know, the defense played really well, except for that second quarter. It
Mhm.
seemed like there was just a lot of explosive plays. Is there anything that you guys did differently, or was it blown assignments?
No, it was blown assignments. I thought we came out and like there were about 3 plays that I looked at when we were going through the tape saying, what in the world? That's like you know, mistakes that were back in that 2-10 year. And we have not done that. And so our players are self-starters. They have a great deal of pride, and we want to get that corrected. And we'll need to get that corrected. We've got good players over there, you know, but it's not like you've got 5 first-round draft choices. And we've got to make sure we execute and tackle well and keep the ball in front of us. Yes, Davis.
With the turnovers, I know you and Brett emphasize on Tyler, you know, survive to play another down and all that stuff. Can you coach that up at this point still, or does he just have to go up there and do it?
He's got to do it. I mean, everything that he did, it's not like you go in there and say, okay, Tyler, is it okay to run sideways and throw the ball across the field a la Brett Favre? No, or run around and not have ball security. And it bit us in the butt. And I was very frustrated about it. I think you guys probably felt that and undue. But we got to clean it up. That's not us. We are not a big strike team like, you know, Mike Leach's team. We grind things out, and when we turn the ball over, it hurts. And so Tyler's aware of it, and we're going to need to take care of the ball against the Colorado State. Anything else? Yes.
What were your thoughts on this rivalry when you came here from North Dakota and kind of
Mm-hmm.
fit the billing? Has it lived up to the billing?
Yes, it has. You know, one of the things that's great about college football is the long rivalries that are there. And unfortunately, with the landscape of college football, some of those have no longer existed. For me, as a player and a coach, the Nebraska-Oklahoma game was a great rivalry. And that's no longer there. And you can go on the line. This one's intact. And it means a lot. It became very apparent to me when I first arrived that this game here, you better circle it. It means a lot to the people in our state. It means a lot to our university, and not only the people in the state, but our alums all over. And we're excited that it's going to be on national TV again. I think we've done a good job with that. And so these are the games that you live for. Yes, Davis.
You mentioned the senior class, but for this specific class to possibly go 4-0 against Colorado State, what would that mean to you if they do that?
Well, that goes against, and I'm not being a smart aleck here. We're trying to get to 1-0. But you know, we're just racking them off. I can tell you, though, I believe our program has made steady improvements. When we first got here, I looked at that and went, how in the world are we ever going to compete? and I think we've gotten better. And it'll be a big, big opportunity for us Friday night.
Outside of the big receivers, you talked about what they do on that.
Well, you know, Mike does a really good job. He's an old quarterback and was the offensive coordinator at Georgia. And they spread the ball around. They have elements of the power game. McElroy's a good running back, and they've got a good offensive line. They utilize two tight ends a lot, shifts and motions. They have screens. They throw the ball vertical. They throw it in the mini zone. It spreads the defense around, and that causes problems for you. It's going to be important that we do a good job in the running game. We limit those big plays, and then we need to put pressure on the quarterback. And we've been good at that, but we'll need to put pressure on O'Brien. You know what? I think they're improving. You know, they move a lot of their guys. They operate in different fronts. They've improved on their tackling. You know, their defensive backs have done a good job, and so you know that's going to. Last year, I thought they really struggled defensively, and that was an advantage for us. I think they're an improved defense. We're going to need to execute well. Yes, Davis.
Has Alfonso made enough progress where you feel comfortable to possibly play him?
Yes. He's been getting reps, and he's been doing better. He could see the field this week. Okay, anything else? No other questions? Thank you very much.